This is Gillie Priest of Gillie Priest Rastafarian Revolutionary Channel, and this is a extract from an interview that was done by a virgin from New York. So just sit back and listen and hope that you will get to see the original one. Thank you.
What's today's date?
Alright.
November 23rd, 2020. Alright? And I'm here with
Michael Iran, I'm better known as Gillie Priest.
Gillie the High Priest. That's what we know you. Alright, Gillie, welcome. We're here in Jamaica in the Hero Square. National Hero Circle.
Alright. But I'm beginning by saying thank you very much for this opportunity. And just get this course and myself, my life experience also. Yeah, touch upon the Rastafarian movement from my particular perspective. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, too lovely. But due to the fact that my parents were professionals, my mother was a postmaster, so she was transferred all over the eastern part of the island. So as a consequence, I had the opportunity to live all across the eastern section of Jamaica, Portland, St. Thomas, St. Mary, Kingston, St. Thomas. Most memorable time for me in that experience basically was I attended Martby High School in the parish of St. Thomas. And eventually, but I was traveling from a young kid to the United States. Eventually, I kind of permanently migrated to the United States because I was expelled twice from high school because of my Rastafarian faith. And at that time, it was particularly seen as reprehensible by the system for someone to get the Rastafarian faith and attended any type of academic institution in Jamaica, whether primary, secondary, or tertiary. Went to the United States, traveled back and forth. But then sometime in 1979, I was arrested for the abuse and sentenced to a long term of imprisonment in the United States. That term of imprisonment in the United States, I didn't make that become an obstacle in developing myself, both as a human being and as an individual while fighting for my freedom. Because one of the mistakes I believe a lot of individuals make, I really don't want to term it a mistake, but it can be seen as that for someone to be incarcerated for a long, extended period of time, and they spend all that time just seeking freedom and neglecting their own personal development, academically, spiritually, individually, and so on and so forth. This is what happened. When I got sentenced for a total of 60 years to life. And during the judicial proceeding, by going through the appeal process, the court discounted 15 years after that sentence. So I ended up doing a total of 45 years out of the total 16 years. I was incarcerated at basically 19 years old, and I left at 63, 64 years old. For that period of time, I did engage my community within the prison system. I tried to develop the Jamaican community, the African American community, the black community, and just the prison population in general by trying to change in the system. Because when I went into the system in 1979, it was very, very oppressive, racist. There were lots of murder, not just murder that's committed by inmates upon inmates, but the vast majority of murders were correctional officers killing inmates without any form of impunity, knowing that there will be no repercussion to their action. So during my time in the prison system and studying the system and learn how to fight the system to improve the condition of the prisoners. And when I say improve the condition of the prisoners, I'm not speaking of making prison better to live in by prisoners, but to make it better in the sense of prisoners who better develop themselves, to prepare themselves better for their return to the community. And one of the things that I discovered during that process is that everyone in prison needs to be rehabilitated. There's a very distinct thing between an individual needs to be rehabilitated and an individual who needs to go. An individual who went to prison with an habilitating experience. And when I speak of habilitating experience, incarceration distinction to rehabilitation. We're basically speaking about an individual who was brought up in a home that was taught right and wrong. That's where the term habilitation is. But those who went to prison and did not have that family life, community structure upbringing, who did not get that habilitation, now those are people, or they have gotten it and neglected it, those are people who needs to rehabilitate. I did not consider myself as one of those individuals. I consider myself not in contradistinction of the fact that I went to prison innocently, but I fully understood that I needed to develop and grow as an individual, and such as each and every individual upon the face of the earth has to come to some self-recognition that we need to develop and grow. So we developed a lot of organization amongst others in the prison, including my fellow virgin who was involved in this videotaping, and my virgin Robert Distance, as well as Dawkins. And there are several individual movements that cannot really be called exactly at this point. These are individuals and many who participated in the program. Now to kind of make a segue towards the Rastafarian movement. A lot of people don't know this, but the rights and recognition that has been extended in the United States to cover the Rastafarian movement, both within the prison system and on the street. It was a movement that began in the prison system, and this movement was actually spearheaded by a particular individual, which was referred to at that time as Cleveland Guy. A lot of people know him today due to his podcast as Badass, but a lot of individuals who are in the system who benefiting from the development of the Rastafarian movement in the prison do not know of Badass, do not know of Jaboni, this is the same individual, do not know of Arsi, this is the same individual. And based upon his unique style of fighting, he was the one among others who spearheaded the case. For those who are curious enough to go and look up those cases. Benjamin versus Cogley. And the Benjamin versus Cogley case is the leading case in the United States of America that gave judicial recognition to the Rastafarian movement throughout the United States. And not only did it protect the spiritual, because a lot of time when you speak of Rastafarian, we do not consider our movement to be a religious movement. We consider ourselves to be engaging in spiritual struggle and in a revolutionary struggle to liberate the body, the mind, and the soul. So one of the things that I always find out to the Virgin, both inside the system and outside the system, that Rastafari is a liberation movement with a spiritual aspect to it. Rastafari is not a spiritual movement with a liberation aspect to it. Liberation for Rastafari is first and foremost in the concept and development of the Rastafari movement. Another aspect I would like to touch upon in terms of the Rastafari movement is that a lot of time when we speak of Rastafari, there's this tendency to encapsulate Rastafari movement to say, alright, Rastafari movement began in a such and such a date by such and such a person or persons. But if Rastafari is basically about the liberation of the total human being, then we know that from the beginning of time that's what humanity fight for. So that didn't start in the 1930s in Jamaica where humanity fought to free themselves from the encapsulation of oppression and abuse and exploitation and all that things. No. From man come on the face of the earth and him start struggle against the environment to find some comfort in the environment. That is part of the beginning of Rastafari. So when I speak of Rastafari and when a lot of brethren speak of Rastafari, we try to distinguish between the different dispensations of Rastafari. Now the dispensation that I want to touch upon, because remember, there are very many different dispensations of Rastafari. From the beginning of time when the first human being began to struggle against the environment, began to ask questions, who created man, what am I doing here, what is my purpose? We can also find another dispensation when we first went into captivity. There's another dispensation when the first African captive was placed on a ship and taken into bondage. So there are different dispensations. But when we speak in particular to Jamaica, the dispensation in Jamaica, this dispensation will come out of when we began to struggle for our freedom out of captive bondage. Now why begin this dispensation coming out of captive bondage. We begin this dispensation because the struggle and the fight to come out of captive bondage, it created a certain collective consciousness. And it is this collective consciousness that produced certain individuals amongst us who had the ability to give full expression to the feelings and the thinking capacity of the individuals who were struggling to come out of bondage. And how do you give expression to this? Now, individuals came forth. Marcus Garvey, the great nanny of the Maroons, Paul Bogle, William Samshar, from out of the western part of Jamaica. These are people that exemplify the collective consciousness of what all of us that was in the bondage in this western world was going through. Now, when they put it now within the contextualization of Rastafari, we can speak of Leonard Howell, Archibald Dunkley, and several other brethren and sisters who more formalize the struggle under the encapsulation of Rastafari. But it is the Rastafari movement for liberation is not separate and distinct from the overall struggle where the nation and the people is fighting for, to attain from the beginning of time. It's just that these brethren and sisters encapsulated from a different angle, give a different nuance to the struggle, but don't look on it like the Rastafari is a different struggle. Now, one thing I want to touch upon before I close out this thing like that. Ever since my upbringing and affiliation with the Rastafari movement from a young child, I never affiliated in a particular house. But the elder who first began giving our instruction through liberty, when we speak of Rastafari instruction, it's not instruction where a man really sit down or assist you and sit down with you and I tell you, say, you have to go through that step, your A, B, C, and D, and when you reach that criteria, you become Rastafari. No, it's liberty. The Rastafari person who liberty instructed in coming up with the Rastafari who Babylonian name was Eric Clement, who is most popular known in the Jamaican history as Ras Historian. And Ras Historian was the head of the Rastafari movement organization. It was not a particular religious house, but it was a civic organization that assists anyone, who needed help in the community. So the Rastafari Movement Association, more popular known as RMA, was situated at 53 last Street, right at the corner of Last Street and Market. And by me starting to associate myself with Ras Historian from a young time and observing his liberty and see the consciousness that he exhibited and exuded to help others, that is what influenced us at work. You know, in terms of a female, a lot of you may be familiar with the whole of you know this female, but there was a female who was born in the United States of America. Her name was Puma Jones. She came to Jamaica through revolutionary struggles in the 70s by the University of the West Indies and Beverly Manley, who at that time was the wife of the Prime Minister Michael Manley. And she later joined up with the virgin that formed the group named Black Uru. Black Uru existed before she came on the scene, but she became the sole female member of the Black Uru group. Now, why did I particularly point out to Puma Jones? Puma Jones was the one that really taught me civic responsibility. And she taught it to me physically by taking me to certain companies in Jamaica, soliciting certain goods that were manufactured by these companies, and then we would go to the deep downtown Kingston ghetto and give it out to the poor children. She was the one that introduced me for the very first time to the Ethiopian Orthodox Church to go and do volunteer work, because at that time Bob Marley had contributed, I believe I'm not mistaken, over $40,000 then, when $40,000 was $40,000 of substance, and they were building a trade school on the property where the Ethiopian Orthodox Church is situated on Maxwell Avenue. So I've always given credit to Puma Jones. As a female, I played a significant point in my life. And that is not at the exclusion of any other female. But she was the one who more distinctively pointed me in the direction of fulfilling civic responsibility. While Ras Historian was the one that better centralized my consciousness thinking process in dealing with liberation struggle. So, any question, I'll just continue.
No, this the reason.
The funny thing, you're the first one I identify that I may appreciate that I show that someone really paying attention and so here before I identify. Because one of the things, you know, a virgin who can give a free forward becomes the mirror. And I have to learn how to see myself through the virgin's eye. Because if an individual just see themselves how them see themselves, then they just become self-affirming to themselves. You understand? Now, what I think what I like to touch upon also is that when I came out of the penal system in America, I tend to notice that the Rastafarian movement has taken on a whole different evolutionary concept from the way I left it. And what do I mean by that? Before I was sent to prison, the Rastafarian movement was better and more firmly established in liberation struggle. When I come out now, when I notice a lot of the Rastafarian virgin them and sister them more engaging a type of spiritual thing that's very closely aligning itself with the theological concept of Christianity. Meaning like none of them start buying into a concept them are waiting dead and go ahead. And that never have nothing to do with the Rastafarian movement. They talk about heaven and hell right upon earth, liberation right upon earth, the struggle and look for what is ours right here on the earth. So when I come out of the system and I notice how the system is, how the Rastafarian movement has made a transformation in a way where we take on two concepts where I am find myself at this moment struggling with. I am struggling with the concept where it comes to the Rastafarian movement, come like that centralize itself under a Christian theological doctrine, even though they put a black face to Christ and they identify certain black aspects to it. But when I get into the theological concept, I'm struggling to see the difference between it and Christianity. Begin this by saying this. When we get back, a word, there's a single word that can ever clarify this issue. It's a word when it come up in the North Africa. When Augustine and the man who set the theological doctrine to Christianity. Not as it been preached to them, but how it was first laid down in the 3rd century. And there's a word named Trajador. The word Trajador is where the term to the traitor derived from. And it is linked to the struggle that takes place to the Roman aspect of the church and that aspect of the church today that is identified as the Eastern Orthodox Church. The word traitor comes out of that term again, Trajador, and it's linked to that specific issue. Now what is this issue? There was a time now when there was a split, if you remember, when Rome moved its headquarters from Rome and carried to Constantinople. Right? The Romans them start to develop a separate and distinct way of practicing this so-called Christianity. Even though the leaders of the church at that time was in North Africa. So when a rift developed in the North African inside the church where the Romans now started to declare themselves they are the leaders of the church, even though historically it has been recognized that the leaders of the church were in North Africa, places today where you call Algeria, Tunisia, Carthage, all that section of North Africa. A famous bishop, I can't recall the name of the bishop in North Africa, died, and a dispute developed who should appoint the next bishop to lead the church. Anyway, the dispute now who should be appointed. The Romans in Rome state that they should appoint. The Africans say no, we do not want anyone in Rome appointing anything in the church in Africa. Therefore, the Romans issued a directive to the leaders of the church in Africa, telling them to turn over all the documents because all the most important centralized documents that govern the church. Because remember at that time the word Catholic did not exist. It was just referred to as the church. The Africans refused to turn over the documents. So what happened? The Romans appointed an African to the church as the bishop. The Africans in Africa appointed someone, and the one that was appointed by the Romans, he took all the documents and turned these church documents over to the Romans in Rome. The Africans who wanted the head of the church and the centralization of the church to remain in Africa began referring to those bishops who were appointed by the Romans as trajadors. That is where the term traitor comes from. Where the Africans began to refer to any bishop that was appointed to lead the church was referred to that. No, I segue into that to say this. In terms of the Western doctrine of the church, I don't believe we have to accept any part of that. Any part of the Western doctrine of the church. And when we speak of the Western doctrine of the church, we have to understand that the Western doctrine, theology that came out of Christianity, was developed straight out of the doctrine in order to use as a tool of bondage. So we cannot come to any agreement with any tool of bondage. We should abandon that and destroy, because just like what Nelson Mandela said when he was struggling against apartheid. Apartheid cannot be reformed, it has to be destroyed. Western theological concept of Christianity cannot be reformed. It has to be condemned and destroyed. No, that does not mean you condemn and destroy theological concept of Christendom that is indigenous to the African continent. Because that is us. It don't mean we have to follow it, but we're not giving away anything either. If it's us, it belongs to us. Any virgin and sister who choose to follow that as legitimacy. But there is no legitimacy in covering any form of Western Christian theological concept. They have two theological terms. One of them with the right on the cap right now is exegesis. Exegesis, depends on use as a noun or a verb, right? And exegesis I tell you basically say, this is how westernized theologians approach scripture. You see, the problem we have is not with the scripture itself as it's written by the page. Because the funny thing is, I know that we go in a church to learn with the page. What we learn is the interpretation that is given to us, that comes up under exegesis, right? And what is this exegesis? When you read any book, or you read any chapter in the Bible, or you read anything, any thinking man can draw 10 different interpretations from one sentence. When you want to draw it literally, you want to draw it physically, you want to draw it spiritually, you want to draw it allegorically, you can draw it anyway. What Christendom does is they draw an interpretation from scriptures that benefit their racial concept. So when you take my mother and my father and your brother and your sister and go to the church and let them go and then and read the scripture for themselves to come up with that particular interpretation, they have to abide by the interpretation that is being propagated by the denomination to which they join. So the Catholic religion, then we have a different interpretation to a particular chapter in the Bible from the Presbyterian, a different one from the Methodist, a different one from the Baptist, and this is why these different denominations evolve. It evolves out of people applying different interpretations to the same thing when they read. So when you take Rastafari, or you take anything in individual, our struggle is not to the right by the page, you know. The struggle is the exegesis that was applied to that chapter that is being taught to us, right? Now, there have another theological term right now come to my mind right now. But the concept of this particular theological term is that any part of the Bible that is not literally spelled out under this theological concept we can recall right now, it gives theologian the authority to fully teach. Now what do we mean by that? You take the Bible. The Bible says Adam and Eve in the garden. Right? Nowhere in the Bible it tells you what kind of fruit Eve supposed to be Adam. Overall, what we believe in the apple. Where the apple comes from? That's a part that theological where theologians are allowed to fill in the blanks. So when you read scripture, if you read it with a critical eye, there are a lot of things that the scripture will say that you may have a question to. Theologians are who sit in their scholarly libraries and say, well, the Bible is blank and this, so we are going to fill it in. So when you speak of that theological concept that give theologians the ability to fill in blank space in the Bible, and when you couple that with exegesis, meaning that the theologian has the Bible, the right to select the right interpretation, and that's what the fool will come in, my brethren. Rastafarian is not that thing. The concept itself is not a concept that I buy, right? But academically we can address it. And we can address it in the concept. So Rastafarian just mean the study of Rasta, right? And have more academic. Let's see, the thing is this, you know, there's a fundamental part of the Rastafarian movement that a lot of us will overlook if we don't pay particular attention. Because what happens is this, you know, and one I think we have to be careful. Remember when Rastafari is, we are about total liberation. So when they speak about total liberation, that is intertwined with nature. There is never a point where you don't learn in life. So there is never a point where you can actually in all reality say, we reach a level and Rastafari, when you reach a level, you are Rasta now and it stop. See, because that is just another captive box you have placed yourself into. We don't want no boundary around as Rasta.
Right.
We don't want no limit. We have go through. We have opened up a conceptual brain to all learning factors. See, so when we address and identify ourselves as Rastafari, what we actually say is that we're on a journey, you know. It's not an end point where when you reach a level, like when you join other, you go in other religion, so when you do them 17 years, or you believe them 15 years, no, you use that. Rasta not buying into none of them concepts.
Right.
Rasta, because if you go forward and you go read the book of the day, the word Rasta in it, and what does it mean in it? It means that you're traveling through a passage from darkness to light. That's the concept, right? So once we maintain that originality, then we realize that there is no single point where any individual reach and him say, me a Rasta now and it's done. And me a pray 3 times a day and me a eat ital food. We don't learn half of what the world is ready to reveal to us as Rastafari.
See,
So this
universe.
So this is an ongoing learning process. So the danger for me, you know, when we speak of Rasta, we don't carefully go box you in. If you tell us that this a Rasta and this are not Rasta, and when you reach a one, like you reach a substanding in the street, once you reach there, so we're not going on a boxing. You're in danger, you have to be aware of. As glorious as that system was, it fell.
True.
It fell. So when it fall, it can show that there was a short fall in that philosophy of your life. I'm totally agree with what you're saying, but you're the pilot. It's your philosophy of life that you have that building on it.
True.
Because if you approach life without that building on your philosophy, that's how you get surprised.
Yeah. So now,
So that's your family.
yeah, so,
You see 400 years of slavery,
Yeah.
real.
yeah.
400 years of slavery, real. And that's one of the first struggle where Rastafari did in Jamaica. By that time, the Rastafari struggle starts segregating to Ethiopianism. And I act like so we never lived in a Babylon for 500 years. We develop a different consciousness. So what I think when the Rastafari must be very careful of how we use history. And because if you use history a certain way, it will make you neglect your 500 years so you can learn from. So kind of struggling out in that and kind of round it off for the virgin.
Alright.
Yo, I love the discussion. I love
Yeah, man, alright, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Thank you about this time,
Yeah.
the virgin. I will
See.
make it also possible and
Yeah.
invite me into the program with the
Yeah,
island.
man,
I
you
really
mean,
appreciate
love
that.
it, man.
And like me say, I do 45 years in the system
See,
and encapsulate my life. Was right time. This book, I kind of lay up the whole thing, lay up the Rastafari development. Yeah, my life in the book, but a more important part in there is to show how the Rastafari movement get developed in the prison system and how the larger society in the United States benefit from it through the adjudication of the United States Supreme Court, the District Court, the Federal Court, who first acknowledged the rights of Rastafari to practice their spirituality in their farm. So today when you're looking at New York, you see police relax, and you see civil people are going to work relax, and then and the struggle we go through in the system make it possible. And then closing out again.
hold on, I would like if you read a piece of it, if you can read a little section.
Well, of course, I'm willing to do that.
A part in there where you feel say important for the man them kind of feeling that life, you hear it live, you know?
Give me one opportunity. Let me just go through the context and find one part.
Yeah, man, we're there, man. Take your time. We have plenty of time, you know, to get that part there. Give thanks, Gillie, for the reasoning.
Yeah,
A long time I hear about the eye, and another man say, oh, you don't know high priest Gillie, and think, Rasta man, and so them come to you, and they say, like, if you have a theology to you, know, they say, I man, they talk to me, man, and not them walk at the yard, man, I mean, them talk, and so me and you talk now. You say, you want to meet, and rare, and boom, 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 and I say, yeah, man, in time. When the time is right, you know, you laugh.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And like I said, thanks to Robert Dishtan, coach, the
Yeah.
most famous soccer coach in the prison.
Yeah, man, we can't leave out Robert this time, man. I'm a teacher that too, on certain history, man.
Definitely
Him
give
open up my eye.
Give a shout out and acknowledgement to Jas, Bonnie. he spearhead this Rastafari struggle in America. You understand? A lot of people was auxiliary to it like myself to participate tonight. But Jabone was the man that come up with the vision.
Bless the Rastafari. Bless it.
But those who can support them program, badass program, blast station, like England, they're going to support. So the part, personal version, I want to make this book a present to you.
Bless it, Lord. You have to sign it. You have to sign it, you know.
You have to get a pen. You have to pen. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah, man. See there?
No, hold on.
Thanks for the support and everything.
Hold on.
I'm at the fact that I sign it right on
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sign it on the camera, brother.
I sign it for
when you want to put it to it.
Ja live, man.
Ja live.
Ja live. See there, man.
So this is live and direct.
Live and direct on the screen.
On the screen,
man.
yeah.
Superstar. We don't have enough money for pay for this one, you know.
Yeah, in the future, yeah. What I think of when I always encourage the virgin them because when you're learning on the prison system, a lot of virgin community functionally illiterate.
See.
For those who are not illiterate. I'm speaking just academically in a Babylon, meaning that they can't read and write. And then you have a large percent of the kids where can read and write, but they lack the faculty. Understand? So I always encourage the virgin them coming to read anything that, and you know, I learn that concept from seeing virgin badass, RC in England. And when RC they come in the prison system, RC never have the academic level where you say RC are educated.
Right.
And there was a particular tape where RC they want to send go get. And that will write the letter a certain way. And RC make sure I'm going to learn to read and write and wear them. So get that tape they're going to want. You know, make a difference in the tape, but just boogie music or cultural music. Look on the fact was stimulating desire. For one to learn to read and write. So when we go into the system, we fall amongst virgin and them tell me that really typical to them with typical artists. Like a Black Struggle, Ivan Van Serti, like a Chancellor Williams, Sheikh D and D. These are the typical books that people encounter. But when the point when they always stress is not so much to book. The ability to apply a thinking concept to what they are doing. That's the part where it's critical. I mean, the thinking concept we are bringing to a book is the things that when it engender your life, either at an early stage. Because you see, a youth that grew up in an environment was imbued with a strong sense of respect and justice and honor for people. Them things that play a part in how you enjoy people to read them.
True.
I'm going to give you an
basic
example.
morality.
I'm going to give you a simple example of me learning in America. There was a time in Jamaica, as a little bit. Anytime a man build and burn a spliff, they're using for Rastafari. Because the building of the culture, so when you take up a ganja, you take it up for going a visit type of thing.
See.
When I look at youth in America, and I look at youth burn a split, appear giggling and laughing and chatting stupidness. I show you how the same way the approach to it
is different.
And a whole different concept, you know, my brother.
See.
And back in the days, as a little youth young, I wanted to put my bomb, I never smoke. But I amongst the virgin them, and I love how we smell and everything. I love their own.
Right.
Anytime you remember that days in Jamaica, when I do a split, you go in a conscious way. And you always open up and you come up with some type of, you know, you have to agree with the man and say, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes the man they fly over with it. Right? I really talk,
Yeah.
But it's still within a conscious development level. When I look at youth America and a man, when I call a little giant back in the days, Alright, you can remember them days,
Yeah, but no.
I have taken a kind of
I'm today. That's the same thing.
Alright,
Today.
and you
That's
walk
the
in
same
the
thing.
world.
And then it's another place known as Joda Well Done.
You come in here, yes, my boss.
Go and bless up there themselves. Isaiah Heights saying,
Yeah, it's funny how some people always look at someone else and not look within themselves when they know say them
is
need
the
help.
artist,
Look
Sisumba,
inside yourself.
the poet, Sisumba, the poet.
Look. Sure. Look in the closet. Look under the cellar. Look to the right, left and center. Look at your brother. Look at your sister. Look at your mother. Look at your father. Look in America. Look in Japan or China. Look in Europe. Look in Africa. Did you find the answer? Did not. Then look a little further. Look to religion. Check the scripture. Look at Lucifer. Look at the Creator. But don't stop, look. Not even when you retire. Look for lightning.
And if
Look
the
for
music
thunder.
is
Look for
nice,
earthquake.
if the music is nice, you know.
Yeah, it's funny how some people always look at someone else
somebody,
and
boy.
not look within themselves when they know say them need help. Look inside yourself. Yeah. Look. Sure. Yeah. Look in the closet. Look under the cellar. Look to the right, left and center. Look at your brother. Look at your sister. Look at your mother. Look at your father. Look in America. Look in Japan or China. Look in Europe. Look in Africa. Did you find the answer? If not, then look a little further. Look to religion. Check the scripture. Look at Lucifer. Look at the Creator. But don't stop, look. Not even when you retire. Look for lightning. Look for thunder. Look for earthquake. Look for fire. Look good. So come a little closer before it's gone and pass you over. But still look for your culture. Look up these here, the ancestor. Look up to people like Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King Jr., Jomo Kenyatta, Patrice Lumumba, Malcolm X, Nat Turner, and Nelson Mandela. Look to Rosa, look to Sojourner, look to Nina, look to Asata. Yes, look them up good and always remember. Look at your teacher, look at your preacher, look if they are liars, look if they are cheaters. Look at the parliament and all its members. Look at the president, look at the prime minister, look at the judges, look at the liar, look at the police, look at the soldier. Do you want to look a little longer? Alright, then look at AIDS, look at cancer, look at war, look at hunger, look at the rich, look at the suffer. Look, don't be afraid, look till the eyes run water. Don't turn away, so look then in front of your eyes and nature. Look good, look at the trees, look at the river, look at the mountain, look at the flower, look at the lion, look at the tiger, look at the dog, look at the vulture. Look good, look carefully to see it clearer. Close your eyes and look inside the structure. Look, you might see a brighter future. Look if you see love, care and honor. But don't stop, look. Look till you make a change for the better. Look good and get your mind stronger. 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 What me say? Look in the closet, look under the cellar, look to the right, left and center, look unto your brother, look unto your sister, look unto your mother, look unto your father, look in America, look in Japan or China. Look. Yeah, it's funny how some people always look at someone else and not look within themselves when them know say them need help. Look inside yourself. Yeah. Look. Sure. Yeah. Look in the closet. Look under the cellar. Look to the right, left and center. Look at your brother. Look at your sister. Look at your mother. Look at your father. Look in America. Look in Japan or China. Look in Europe. Look in Africa. Did you find the answer? If not, then look a little further. Look to religion. Check the scripture. Look at Lucifer. Look at the Creator. But don't stop, look. Not even when you retire. Look for lightning. Look for thunder. Look for earthquake. Look for fire. Look good. So come a little closer before it's gone and pass you over. But still look for your culture. Look up the history of the ancestor. Look up to people like Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King Jr., Jomo Kenyatta, Patrice Lumumba, Malcolm X, Nat Turner, and Nelson Mandela. Look to Rosa, look to Sojourner, look to Nina, look to Asata. Yes, look at what good and always remember. Look at the teacher, look at the preacher, look if they are liars, look if they are cheaters. Look at the parliament and all its members. Look at the president, look at the prime minister, look at the judges, look at the liar, look at the police, look at the soldier. Do you want to look a little longer? Alright, then look at AIDS, look at cancer, look at war, look at hunger, look at the rich, look at the suffer. Look, don't be afraid, look till the eyes run water. Don't turn away, so look then in front of your eyes and nature. Look good, look at the trees, look at the river, look at the mountain, look at the flower, look at the lion, look at the tiger, look at the dog, look at the vulture. Look good, look carefully to see it clearer. Close your eyes and look inside the structure. Look, you might see a brighter future. Look if you see love, care and honor. But don't stop, look till you make a change for the better. Look good and get your mind stronger. 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 What me say? Look in the closet, look under the cellar, look to the right, left and center, look unto your brother, look unto your sister, look unto your mother, look unto your father, look in America, look in Japan or China, look in Europe, look in Africa. Do you find the answer? If not, then look a little further. Look to religion, check the scripture, look at Lucifer, look at the Creator. But don't stop, look, not even when you retire. Look for lightning, look for thunder, look for earthquake, look for fire. Look good, and come a little little closer before it's gone and pass you over. But still look for your culture. Look up the history of your ancestor. Look up Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King Jr., look up Kenyatta, look up Mandela, look up everybody, look up the soldier, look up the unknown soldier, look at Rosa, look at the Santa. Look, yeah, look at always remember. Look at the teacher, look at the preacher, look at the antiques, look at the alliance. Look, don't stop, look.
Look.
Grab those shots for you then.
Yes, sir, we have to look in at that.
Yeah.
That's how you come and look out.
Alright, drop that man, drop that one. Drop that one, man, drop it. Till you find us, Rasta, and big star roots, man. What kind of roots you have there?
We have Shantaman roots. Cherry wine, cherry black currant.
You need black currant?
Yes, sir.
Watch them thing, watch your back on it.
Yeah, man, the struggle is real. Yeah, people, susumba upon them case again. Out in the street, man, it rough. Listen, watch ya. Listen, out in the streets is a serious battle. Inside your mind is a critical struggle. Out in the streets is a serious battle. Inside your mind is a critical struggle. Handgun and rifle, chains and shackle, stones and broken battle. Life is an hassle. The amount of problems you have to tackle. Every way is an obstacle. When you try to make a hustle, you wiggle, you wobble, you scuffle, you haggle, you tussle, trying to make a nickel. But it feels like you're invisible, getting caught up in the shuffle. From the womb to the nipple, no milk to suckle, no ties to rattle, to the grave from the cradle, no smile or giggle. The babies are in trouble, with raw reality they got to grapple. So they don't got time to decipher parable, and they don't care about principle. Cause life is simple, simple, simple. Inside your mind is a critical struggle. Out in the street is a serious battle. Inside your mind is a critical struggle. They say every mickle makes a muckle. When things must get juggled. Mama have a dibble or dabble. Sometimes rustle or pedal. I grab a pickaxe or a shovel. To put water in the kettle or food on the table so your belly can't settle. Sometimes you try to be humble, but everything around you is a gamble. Some want to embezzle, some want to swindle, some with razzle, some with dazzle. But it's still no matter how much you squabble. You get a few shekels. You can only afford to get a bite of the pickle instead of a slice of the apple. So out in the street is a serious battle. Inside your mind is a critical struggle. Out in the street is a serious battle. Inside your mind is a critical struggle.
Look in our closet. Look. I like someone now looking at this time now. Look. I want to biggest it right now in Jamaica right now. Look. Now look. Look. I will look out. Look.